Welcome to 3 Idiots Talk Sports.
Hello.
Welcome to 3 Idiots Talk Sports. I'm Zach. I'm here with Spencer and Jay.
Hello.
Hello.
How you boys doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Jay and I swapped seats, so we're good.
Yep.
Yeah, so you won't know because technical difficulties on my end. But this week we're good. We got a video camera recording over here. So hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah. So, welcome to 3 Idiots. I'm Zach. We are going to be talking about sports. If you're new here, thank you for listening and watching.
Thank
Make sure
you
hit
for
that
joining us.
Yes, hit that subscribe button, like, follow, do everything you can on our socials. Lifefuels.com. That's our sponsor. 3 Idiots is a code. Use it. 10% off anything over $100.
Very good stuff.
Yeah, very good. So, yeah. Sports. I want to ask you guys how you're doing first before
Fine.
Like
I
I
take
said, fantastic.
take the chair.
Day off.
Beautiful.
Was working out with the power lifter over here. Then just
I like your tights.
Oh, thanks.
killed some
got 'em.
pizza and
They killed
cinnamon sticks
some,
and
killed some pizza.
cheese sticks. So
I got
very
the
unhealthy.
tights at Big Lots. Dude, they were $8. I could not buy them.
They're comfy as shit, though.
Oh hell yeah!
Tights are comfy.
I wish it was more
Men wear
socially
tights.
acceptable for men to wear leggings.
Yeah,
I mean,
those are
obviously you wear shorts over them. You're not going to show off your package all day, but
Hey.
you know they're.
Actually, unless you're Jordan. Jordan used to wear his leggings.
Jordan used to wear like two though. He'd wear like underwear and then the leggings
Oh,
over.
yeah.
So like
yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
just like straight wiener.
Yeah.
It was fine. I
Yeah.
mean,
It was fine. No, yeah. So good for you guys. Glad you guys enjoyed your day.
for you guys.
did enjoy my day off.
Michigan State lost. So
Yeah, State lost. Aiden was like, "This is been playing like Izzo March Madness."
January, February, Izzo.
And then he was silent.
Dude, no, it's not Aiden. It's all Michigan State fans. I hate the January, February Izzo thing. It's like, dude, stop it.
He
Like, I
was
get
so-
it. They're good in March, but they haven't won a national title since 2000.
Yeah.
Or was it 99? It was 2000, right?
Yep.
One of those 2 years. I
It
don't
was like
remember.
99, I think,
Yeah.
or 2000.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'm just like, Aiden was like, "Yo, this is we're playing like March Izzo," and then they just get blew out.
They had one good game against Michigan where Michigan played like dog shit,
and had a
and
player get hurt.
their best defender got hurt.
Are they still in the tournament?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they're solidly in.
Okay.
They have 3 top
they
10
been
wins.
3 top 5 wins.
Yeah. So I think
Ohio
technically
State
still
was
yeah.
5.
are they
Thought they said
playing?
Ohio
Are
State
they
was
one of those
9.
playing games? Or are they
No,
actually
they're
set?
firmly in.
Okay.
They're
They're
probably
firmly
10
in.
or 11.
Okay.
Be a 10 or
Okay.
11 seed. Honestly,
Cool.
the funny thing is, it's like everyone is joking, like, oh, they threw the game so they could stay off that 8-9 seed line. It's probably going to help them to be an 11 rather than be a 8 or 9.
To be honest, if State is a 8 seed or a 9 seed that or 10, 10 seed, that's still scary.
But could you, excuse my phone,
Sports
imagine them being
Center.
like an 8 or a 9, and in the second round you're playing Michigan.
Oh.
I mean, that's what's going to be, because if you're
Yeah.
an 8 or a 9, you win that game, you're going to have to play Michigan, Baylor, Gonzaga, or Illinois.
Right.
So
That's true.
I don't think there's any way and I don't think there's. Do you think any other team could sneak into a 1?
If Michigan loses right now.
If Illinois gets, if Ohio State upsets Purdue and Michigan, and Illinois doesn't win the Big Ten, and Ohio State does, Ohio State jumps Illinois.
But technically, right now in the rankings, Illinois is ahead of Michigan.
Technically, semantics at this point.
Right.
Iowa might be able to do it too if they win the Big Ten.
Yeah, because they would have to play Illinois for it. So
They're like a top 10, right? They're
They're number
10?
5.
Oh, they're at 5. Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, and Iowa would have to play Illinois just to reach the Big Ten championship game,
I think Iowa plays tomorrow, and then if they win, they'd play Illinois.
and then Illinois has
semis.
to beat Rutgers, I think.
Yeah, the Gers.
The scurry guys. Okay.
And day off today, Jay got to witness the sanctified beast of me. Just kidding. I actually am not. There's a guy named Sanctified Beast. He's an actual powerlifter who's actually good. But
was he there?
no, I wish. He's insane. But
Is he
no.
from here?
No.
Oh, okay.
But no. I had another good day today. Go follow my personal Insta for lifting updates.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys had a great day today. I was excited last night I'm watching some basketball. I'm watching Duke right here. Duke's playing well. They're playing great basketball the past 2 days. They beat a really bad Boston College team, destroy them.
Boston College, stinky doo-doo.
Bad. They're really bad. They've struggled. They've had a lot of They had a lot of issues throughout the year. They only played like 12, 15 games.
I think they played Notre Dame in the last game of the season. They were like 3-13.
Yeah, so like they didn't have a lot of games. So I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Duke only
and then they still beat Notre Dame by like 15.
Right.
I was like, what?
Duke only had 22 games under the belt, but destroyed Boston College. Nobody thought that was not going to happen. And they come over and play a team they just lost to a week ago, Louisville. And they lost in overtime. Shouldn't have lost that game. A couple weeks ago, I talked about it. You can go listen to that podcast. I was pretty mad about it. Wife told me to shut the hell up because I was yelling at the TV in the bedroom. It happens a lot when I watch Duke this year. And then they're going to play Florida State today at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And I was so excited. I was like, okay, this team's playing well. Florida State's kind of been on a slump streak. It's going to be all right.
You say Duke was playing well. Sorry to interrupt, but they did just lose to North Carolina in the last game of the season.
Yes, they literally got trampled on. And they came over to this tournament. Nobody thought they were going to get past the second round. Okay, because all the guys on ACC. Wait. Let me clarify. Carlos Boozer even said, and he's a Duke guy, he said he would not have chosen Duke over Louisville, which he didn't. Everybody in that ACC network fucking thing, it was called the Nothing But Net, stupidest name ever, said Louisville was going to win.
I mean, based on the previous game, Louisville did beat them. So
Right. And that game was close, and then overtime it just kind of got away from Duke. It was gone.
And your best player is a toothpick white boy who shoots threes. Yeah. And he's not consistent. And
that's why it was different this year, or this tournament, because they relied on every single one of those players. Hurt he had a great game. He had 28 points in Louisville. And then Mark Williams showed up, bro. 19 boards, 23 points. A beautiful double-double. He was the reason why we won that game. And it showed that we were like the Duke we were supposed to be.
Maybe if you guys would have beat Michigan State in the first game of the year.
Yes, right. It should have been the team. That should have been the team we wanted, right? So that didn't happen tonight due to the fact a walk-on wanted to get sick. Not wanted.
I don't think
he got sick. Before y'all get mad at me.
I highly doubt he wanted to get
before y'all
COVID.
yelling at me in the comments here.
Let's not start a controversy here.
Listen, a walk-on destroyed Duke's season.
Duke destroyed Duke's season.
Before you say that, this walk-on destroyed the ACC tournament for Duke. Duke would have gotten to the finals. I'm for sure on that. I would have put money on that. They would have beat Florida State. They would have handled Florida State. Florida State was struggling this year. Last couple weeks.
Who was struggling more than Florida State this year? Duke.
Right. But Duke was coming off a nice hot streak until they lost to North Carolina.
Duke was coming off getting blown out by their rivals.
I have an actual question for Jay.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to delusion, who's worse, Dip or Illinois fans?
Ooh.
Wait. I'm not that bad.
No. This is pretty bad.
I don't write an open-hearted letter.
Illinois is planning on raising a banner, so...
No way.
Yes.
No, so did you know why? So every year in the past in which they've led the conference in wins, they raised a banner. Even though, based on Big Ten criteria, Michigan won.
So I'm going to say Illinois fans more delusional, but...
Yes. I'm up there.
Dip's on drugs.
Dip's just biased.
This is his 13-3 Denver take.
I'm biased. It's Duke or nothing. College basketball is Duke or nothing.
You're a Michigan fan.
I love Michigan. Michigan always will come first. You guys will always come first in my heart.
Although you did just say it's Duke or nothing.
College basketball.
So okay.
Love my Duke. I watch Duke football too. Don't get me wrong.
Michigan and Duke in the national title game.
Michigan.
Thank you. See, that's like people have said if Michigan play Kansas in the title game, Michigan.
Yeah, right. Well, because that was remember what happened last time when
Or
Kansas
they
played
play
Michigan.
in the Elite Eight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I remember that because you guys are giving me shit. They're like, "Oh, you're rooting for Kansas." I'm like, "No, I'm rooting for Michigan." And then when
believe
Trey Burke hit that 3 to tie the game, I almost shit my pants.
Yeah, that was the greatest shot ever.
I think the whole neighborhood heard us.
My
Oh,
mom,
man.
my grandparents across the street called because they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're just
No.
excited.
We're not okay.
we're just really happy."
It sucks to see that happen, but they called the season off. They were not going to get in now. It sucks. I was born that year. They didn't make the March Madness. A couple months later, I was born, and they had a beautiful streak because I was born. And so it sucks to see Duke not make it.
Okay.
Go Blue Devils. See you next year. We'll be better. A couple guys are actually going to stay. There's rumors floating around I saw in the Twitter world that a lot of these guys want to stay because they want a full season. They want to go back at it.
Coach
and they
K
think they
not
can do
cry
it.
next year about not having this not being a real season.
No.
Will next year be real for him?
Next season's going to be real for everybody.
All right, just wanted to know.
Yeah, no, it's
Mister, I couldn't schedule 14 cupcake games.
Yeah.
And I didn't have my Trump card in the fans all year.
Right.
not wrong.
I don't see Kentucky making these excuses.
No.
Wait, Kentucky plays those crappy little cupcake teams too, though,
Yeah,
in the
but
beginning.
Kentucky also went like 8-15 this year.
That's true.
They were actually bad.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm not going to defend you, but I'll be fair to you. Duke was playing better in the last 2 games. I don't count the Boston College game so much just because Boston College is
It's
just an
the
awful
ACC version
situation.
of Iowa State.
yes,
Yeah.
they're a garbage team. I mean, at
Nebraska.
least they won a conference game
Nebraska.
other than Iowa State who went 0-18.
Did they really?
Yes.
In conference play?
Yeah, 0-18, and they lost their first game of the Big 12 tourney.
No way.
Yeah. So 0-19 overall. They only won 2 games all year. They went 2-21.
God damn.
That's a far cry from the Monte Morris days.
Yeah, that's very bad.
Yeah, but no, it's Duke would play. I mean, the Louisville game. Louisville is still a tournament team right now. I think they're on the bubble, but I think Lenardi had them in. So I mean, yeah, it's a good win over a tournament team. But the only way they might sneak in if they beat Florida State, just because I think Florida State's the number 1 seed, right?
2 seed.
Or the 2 seed? Is Virginia the 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the 2 seed. And then who would they have to play in the semis? The winner of this game?
No, I think it would have been Virginia.
Yeah, no, Virginia was 1, right?
No, they would have to play the 3.
They would have to play the
so
3
that'd
team.
That'd be
They would be
Vodtech.
the winner of
It'd
this
be the winner
game.
of the Vodtech Carolina game.
Yeah.
So you'd probably have to win at least get to the finals to get into the tournament.
And if we had to play Vodtech, I'm not going to lie, we probably would have lost. It's always Vodtech always beats
Well,
us.
Vodtech's game plan suits them well to play
And
Duke.
Virginia, you guys never seem to do that well against Virginia either.
No.
I mean,
Every time we go to Vodtech, we lose.
that's with fans and stuff. It's a different environment.
Right,
But
right.
Vodtech's weird. I mean, and isn't their coach Buzz Williams now?
I don't know.
He's still there?
I'm pretty sure it's Buzz
Bald
Williams.
guy, right?
Yeah, the bald guy who was at
White
Marquette.
dude? Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, he's there. So
He
yeah.
always gives us trouble.
He's a good coach.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a weird season. I mean, Coach K lost his 2 biggest things where when you recruit a ton of freshmen, you need time to have them gel. He didn't have the time this year because of COVID. There was no like, oh, we're going to schedule a bunch of exhibition games against like Siena Heights or like Abilene Christian. There was none of that. So he didn't have the opportunity. But I mean, I'm not going to say I'm worried about Duke. I mean, I'm sure next year they'll come back and be ranked top 5 preseason. So
Yeah, I think they'll be just fine. The class though, next year's class, they're not that big right now, so hopefully they can snag a couple
Are
guys.
they still like top 5?
No, I think they're on the outside looking in the top 5.
So I know,
Last time I checked,
who's it? 'Cause I know Michigan's got the number 1 class.
I think last time I checked was the middle of the season. They were like on the outside looking in, but it's Duke, so you know they're gonna land their 5s.
I'm gonna Google it. Which one do you want? ESPN?
No, give me Rivals.
What, Rivals?
Yeah, that's what I use. I ain't about that ESPN recruiting crap. You guys watch
Minnesota's up 4 on Wisconsin right now, by the way.
Is that game on?
Yep. Big 10, I think.
Let's get that game on the TV. We'll watch TV while we
I'm
talk.
trying.
Yeah. What did you guys watch the Gonzaga game?
Nope.
Yeah, I did.
I heard about it, but I didn't watch it.
That was
I
a
at
good
work.
game.
I said last week if Gonzaga plays BYU in the final, Gonzaga gonna give them a problem.
BYU? I thought
BYU
it
gonna
was
give them a problem?
You mean BYU?
What did I say?
You said Gonzaga.
Sorry, I'm trying to do multitask. Yeah, I meant Gonzaga was going to be given a problem by BYU.
BYU, man, they came out hot, and then Gonzaga's like, hello, we're the number 1 team in the nation. For a reason.
Well, Jalen Suggs says,
Yeah.
I'm going to be a top 3 draft
Who's that
pick.
white boy with the headband? What's that guy's name?
I don't remember his name. Oh, Kispert?
Yeah, he was hot as hell. Dude, he was lighting them up, dunking everywhere, just hitting everything. Dude, he was
Duke's number 5.
5. Okay, so they got up
It's
one. Okay,
Michigan,
cool.
Kentucky, Florida State, Louisville, Duke.
Awesome.
And
So
Patrick Ewing doing work at number 6 for Georgetown.
I'm throwing them bags.
Rounding up the top 10, UCLA, Memphis, Villanova, MSU.
Oh, MSU's okay. There we go. You have something looking up for you, MSU. Okay.
Speaking of recruiting news, I think it was Ant Wright today said that 5-star center that decommitted from state said don't be surprised if he goes to Illinois.
Ooh. Oof. That'd be a big old oof.
Big L.
Yeah.
Free Idiot, sponsored by Squincher Zero.
Weiler's Light.
Please sponsor us. I love you.
So yeah, basketball was I love tournament time, dude.
Best time of the year.
Best time of the
Championship week leading into the tournament.
Oh.
Yeah.
Best basketball you'll see. Oakland, man. Oakland played well, then they had to go run through Cleveland State.
Made it to the finals.
Yeah.
Oakland was a lot better than they were given credit for this year.
Yeah.
They got screwed by, wasn't it like 7 Power 5 teams to start the season?
Yeah.
That's kind of how it always is for
Yeah.
Oakland, though, isn't it?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
always play those big boys.
You look
Michigan,
around, they're playing
Ohio.
Michigan State. Like
Yep,
odd
yep.
years, it's like Duke. Like
I mean, hell,
Yeah.
they took Michigan to overtime this year.
yeah,
Oh,
that,
that's right.
That was before
Yeah.
Hunter Dickinson was starting, and he had
Yeah.
to bail him out off the bench.
Yeah. Yeah. So Oakland, you guys played well.
Yeah, shout
Cleveland
out
State,
to them.
though.
Really good.
Yeah, Cleveland State though. I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland State upset somebody in the tournament.
Cleveland State, they're usually one of the top teams in the Horizon League.
Right.
Very well coached, just from what I know. I don't know a lot about them, but I know that the guy that they have a good coach. He's been there for a while, so
He wears a clear mask.
apparently.
It's weird.
Also, I want to say if Drake basketball doesn't get into the tournament, I'm
Why?
gonna go full dumb person.
There you go. Why
You're gonna
wouldn't
go
they be
full
put
dip.
in?
So they lost in the Missouri Valley Conference title game to Loyola Chicago, who's been ranked all year. Like they think they're number 21 right now.
Yeah, they're higher than that, bud.
But who? They're
Loyola Chicago.
higher?
They're like 16 something.
Yeah, so you lose the 16 team in the country. Even with the loss, Drake's 25-4, and they lead the NCAA in wins.
Hmm.
And Joe Lunardi has them as one of the last 4 in because of the conference they play in.
Isn't that crap?
They're a really well coached team, and they're actually they're pretty good. Like they have a big guy who can play. They've got some shooters. That's a team that I don't think they're going to make a Sweet 16 run, but I think they could win the first game
They could be a Cinderella story.
or upset somebody. And I watched that whole game at work. I shouldn't say that, but I was at work watching that game because I put like $5 on it. Loyola Chicago is going to be a problem.
Oh, they're good.
They're my new
Yeah.
Cinderella.
I was watching
They're
that
my
game.
new sleeper.
Yeah, they're
So they won't make the tournament, or well, they did because they win, but
They won.
They'll go out first round
Yeah,
because
probably.
it's Spencer's sleeper,
yeah.
I was going to keep Creighton, but their coach got suspended for being racist.
and then
I
lost.
saw that. Yeah, and then lost. Yeah.
And then they lost. I think they won today by like 30, though.
Oh no, Creighton's still in it.
Or Villanova lost.
Oh,
Creighton's still in it, yeah.
yeah.
But,
They play the winner of one of the games that are going on right
but
now.
their coach got suspended, so.
Oof. That stinks. Xavier was in the bubble. I think their
They-
hopes are gone.
They lost to Georgetown, who's bad.
Mm-hmm.
The bubble
So-
situation is going to be interesting. There's a lot of good teams that are going to get snubbed, and it's going to be kind of crappy.
Yeah, it's good. Weird to see. Are they having an NIT this year or no? Did they say anything about that?
I would assume so.
I don't know.
Duke should be a number 1 seed. Okay.
Well,
Just
and
saying.
Brother.
I don't know if they're gonna have the NIT just because they're keeping like the last 4 out, just in case a team in the big tournament gets COVID.
They get
one
replaced.
Of those, yeah, they get replaced by one of the last 4 teams out.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's hope Duke's on the out team.
They were the next 4 out,
Oh, so the 8.
and then they
8 through 5.
and then they got COVID, so
They can't play for a week at least, anyways.
Yeah.
Well, and it's screwed Louisville too, because now Louisville can't play for a week.
Oh yeah, that's right. That ruined their hopes too. I forgot about that.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
they don't play anything. I mean, but they would have to wait till like Thursday to play.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're a bubble team, or if they're a playing game, I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Yeah,
You would
that's
have to
true.
leave them out of the tournament.
Yeah.
That would suck. Wouldn't you be pissed? A walk-on has ruined 2 teams.
God.
Yeah. So Duke, your hopes of going to the tourney, it's ended. Thank you for a weird season. I still love you, but we're gonna come back strong next year. Let's play the Cupcakes team, get 15 wins under our belt, and then go into conference play and lose.
I would like to say, I'm going to piggyback off my Loyola sleeper. I like Loyola, San Diego State.
Oh yeah, I forgot about San Diego State.
And Jay and I were talking about this earlier, but
Can San
Colorado.
Diego State and be a sleeper? They're going to end up like a 3 or 4 seed.
They're number 19 in the country.
Yeah.
So, Loyola's probably going to be a 3 seed.
Hate you, Brad Davison.
Everyone hates Brad Davidson. All my homies hate Brad Davison.
All my homies hate Brad Davidson.
But,
Meanwhile, Penn State's just picking apart Wisconsin right now.
yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Love to see
Wisconsin
it.
isn't hitting anything, and Penn State's getting wide open threes.
That's not a good combination.
Nope.
But, college basketball's been weird because the whole ACC's just been kind of trash. Outside the top 3. I'll even grant them Georgia Tech's been a lot better than expected.
Georgia Tech's fun to
And
watch, though.
What are our thoughts on the Pac-12, Spencer? After UCLA's lost today?
I'm just going to say fuck you. I'm going to say fuck UCLA. And then I'm going to be diplomatic here and say Pac-12 is chaotic.
It's always chaotic.
What's going on now with UCLA losing?
They lost to Oregon State and cucked me and Jay.
We had money on it.
Oof.
I had $5 on it, but
Same.
I think the only team from the Pac-12 you can trust to win a game in the tournament, maybe make a Sweet 16 run, is Oregon. I think a sleeper team is Colorado. They've been consistent all year. They've just got some weird losses.
Analytics love them.
Analytics love them. They play good basketball. USC, I don't trust them at all. I don't really think they should be ranked. I think Oregon should be. So
They got lucky, too, with a couple games, last-second shots.
the SEC is garbage. I don't care if they give Alabama a 2 seed. I don't trust them at all.
Nope.
I don't trust anyone from the SEC. ACC, what?
Alabama.
It's like Alabama, Arkansas, Missouri are all going to make it.
Florida?
They're very much on the bubble.
This is going to be a weird.
It's going to be an odd tournament. You're going to see a lot of teams that don't normally get in. I mean, you're not going to have Kentucky. You're not going to have Duke. You almost didn't get Michigan State.
Almost, yeah.
Almost didn't get North Carolina.
Yeah, if Michigan State didn't win Sunday, losing today would have kept them out of the tournament.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
They had to have that win against Michigan.
Yeah, they needed that win, definitely.
And
Yeah.
any Michigan fans freaking out over that loss, I wasn't happy either.
Oh, my God. My dad was so livid.
But your best defender got hurt, who's very important to your team.
And it was a meaningless game for you while State was playing for their literal lives.
Yes, and it was senior day.
Yeah. I know
Izzo was
Clark,
about to bring out the football pads and icy hot.
Yes.
I know Clark said something in our Twitter group about it. What was the reading on Brooks now?
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if I'm Michigan, if he's not 100%,
I'm not playing him.
I'm starting him on
yeah.
the bench tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, if we need him, we can play him. But I'm starting Zeb Jackson or Chandi at the 2.
I like that.
Probably Zeb Jackson.
I'd probably start Zeb and then just keep Chandi in his bench role.
Yeah.
He seems to play best off the bench. I mean, I don't know if he started it all this
Can
year.
give you
but-
that. I don't think he has. Except maybe at the beginning of the year when the rotations were still a little funky.
Yeah.
But yeah. He
Yeah.
brings that big time energy up and swagger off the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, I
This
love
is
him,
true.
dude. He's a beast, bro. He's a tank. So I don't know. It's gonna be weird to see. It's weird. It's weird gonna be seeing like Loyola, Chicago Loyola being a 3 seed,
Mm-hmm.
possibly.
What seed were they when Michigan played them on their national championship
They were
run?
10
They 11?
or 11.
I
Yeah.
think they're the 10 or the 11.
Yeah, they were double digit. I think at least.
Yep.
Because they won their conference to get in.
They played well enough to beat Michigan
oh,
in
man,
that game
they played
too.
so good that
And
whole
Wagner
run.
just like, no.
Yeah.
Mo was like, "Hey, how you doing?"
It's like they came down to earth.
We
when they
have
played
a
in Michigan.
7-footer. You don't have a 7-footer.
Remember the big galoot they had at center?
Who could barely move.
Yeah, he's still their center.
Really?
Yes.
How?
I don't know, but he's actually good.
Is it like Joshua Langston and gonna get his 7th year next year?
I don't know, Jay, but he's actually been really. I think he won Conference Player of the Year. He's been
improved.
He won some award in the conference. He's like a 70% free throw shooter as a big guy.
Wow.
He's been pretty good. Yeah.
Do you think Loyola could go to Sweet 16?
Yeah, I think they could. They have really good guards too. They like I said, they're going to be a problem. They just shoot the ball too well, and they play really good defense. And a point that was made watching that game was they're very comfortable in like the back end of the shot clock. So if there's 5 seconds left, they're going to find a way to score. There was like 4 or 5 straight possessions. It was under 6 seconds in the shot clock, and they scored buckets.
Dang.
I mean, it's really hard to do.
You think it's a better team than that run, Cinderella story run? Well, it's the same guys, right?
There's a couple of same guys, I think.
Is the
I don't know how
nun
many.
still there?
Who?
The nun.
They haven't said anything about what was her name. What was the nun's name?
I don't remember.
It was Sister Jean.
Yeah.
Sister Jean, but
Sister
Virginia
Jean.
Tech just missed a wide open layup.
Damn.
Like there's nobody within like 5 feet of them.
Oh, well. Love to see it. ACC ball. That wraps up ACC
Fresh.
ball right there.
Yeah, it's a more talented team than the Sister Jean team.
Okay.
Also, Sister Jean,
I'm pretty sure she passed away.
I don't know if she's passed away or if she's just taking a seat because of COVID.
Maybe.
She probably got her vaccination by now, seeing as she's like 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
Is Sister Jean dead?
Sister Jean Dolores Schmidt was born August 21st, 1919, and is 101 years old.
What it says. She's not passed yet. She's 101. I mean, it was the most direct question to ask Siri. Dunk it.
God, Virginia Tech. ACC, trash.
Trash.
Pac-12,
Trash.
trash. SEC,
Trash.
trash. Every conference that's not the Big 10 or Big 12, trash.
Take a break. I got a burp.
We're going to take an ad break. Zach's unprofessional.
Yep. Stick around. We've got football after the break.
I'm retarded. All the unprofessional shit we do, and I call it burp unprofessional.
Welcome back to 3 Idiots Talk Sports. After the ad break, here comes Spencer! Eating the last cinnamon stick. Yeah. Stuff's delicious. Milano's Pizza. Ain't right. Look at our stuff. Go to Milano's. Okay. Right? He's the one that's from here?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
Yeah, Swords Creek.
So yeah, welcome back to the after the ad break.
All the cool people live in Swartz Creek, by the
all
way.
my homies love Swords Creek.
I wouldn't say love. Say tolerate.
Yeah, my wife hates it, so.
Just slightly less Hick Linden.
Like I said, just all the cool people live in Swartz Creek.
So yeah, good for you guys. We talked at the beginning of this. We talked about these two had a great week. I had a crappy week. It was another exciting week here, though, in sports news.
I had a great day. Not so much great week.
Oh, great day. Yeah, sorry. But this week has been full of a ton of stuff happening in the sports world. Franchise tags have been handed out like Christmas presents for every boy and girls in the world of the NFL. So good for you guys that got their franchise tags. Got your little money there for the year. Big, massive deal.
There's nothing little about the money they'll be making this year.
No.
Just want to point that out.
Yeah, they're huge. It's a huge deal. Like what, 16 mil around that?
At least, I mean, that's
Around
what
that?
Chris Godwin's getting.
Yep. So I mean, it's
So our tag
Allen
tracker.
Robinson's getting like 18.
Yeah, he's getting 18. It's like you get like 100 something. It was somebody said like 110%.
I think it is 110% your salary of last year.
Yeah.
wow, a lot of money.
All right. So the tag tracker. New Orleans got Marcus Williams.
Which we thought, yeah,
The Broncos, Justin Simmons.
we thought that too.
Panthers, Taylor Moton.
Okay.
I was not expecting that, honestly. I thought they'd let him go to free agency. New York Jets on Marcus May, which is really smart because he's one of their few good defensive players.
Yeah. You got to keep him around.
Giants on Leonard Williams had to do it.
Makes sense, yeah.
Led their team with 11.5 sacks. Kind of had a coming out party finally. The football team, Brandon Scherf, offensive guard.
You had to.
Had to.
He's your best O lineman by far.
Probably the best guard in the league outside of Zach Martin.
Yeah, I'd say that's
and maybe
fair.
Quentin Nelson.
I'd put Quentin Nelson higher, but yeah, top three
So
for sure.
top 3 to 5, yeah. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Chris Godwin.
Surprised me. I thought they were gonna let him walk.
I did too.
This just means they're gonna try to go for another run.
Yeah.
Like I've said in previous podcasts before, it's not a great fit for him in that offense with that quarterback. He could have easily been a number one somewhere else and put up a shit ton of numbers and got paid a lot more, but
Yeah.
decided to try to get it. Well, he didn't decide. The team decided they wanted him around for another year, so we'll see if this helps or hurts him.
Yeah.
And even so, it's $16 million for another shot at a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem is,
So-
they still got to re-sign their most important players. So.
Yeah.
Tom loses his last year.
Said he wants to keep playing, so
Hmm.
he said that
Wins?
he just missed 3 putbacks, or was it? There's 2.
Wins?
Tom wins. I think Tom's an anomaly. It's not like Peyton when you knew he was a wounded duck
Yeah.
and you knew he was gonna retire probably
Yeah.
if they won.
Yeah.
It's not like that because Tom's not showing any like major regression. He's not injured. He stays healthy. He hasn't really lost any arm strength over the past 2-3 years. So I think Tom's an anomaly. I think he'll quit when he wants to quit.
He stay in Tampa Bay for the rest of his, I guess you could call career.
I think he probably finishes out his contract, then he's done.
Okay.
Probably. And I think it's 1 more year.
Yeah.
After this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a weird day. But okay. Chris Godwin, cool. We thought that. I thought that. I think I said that he was gonna franchise tag, but I mean, I'm sorry, we don't let a kind of guy like that walk for just for nothing. So
If you're Lions, you do.
and
Yeah.
back to the Lions.
That brings us to a non-franchise tag player.
Which
Non-franchise.
which is the smart play for the Lions.
But before
It sucks, but it's the smart play.
Before we talk about Kenny G, the last 2 on here, Cam Robinson, tackle for the Jaguars, and Allen Robinson, wide receiver for the Bears.
I didn't think Allen would have been franchise tagged. I thought he wanted to go somewhere else.
Well, it doesn't matter what he wants. The Bears obviously did not want to lose him. He's
Right.
their
best receiver, best
The
offensive
best
player.
draft pick.
by far.
I think he's best offensive player.
Oh yeah, they don't
Oh, yeah.
have anybody else.
I mean,
They've got the corpse of Jimmy G. That's about it.
Yeah. So,
maybe David Montgomery.
Allen Robinson tier.
No, he's not as good.
So, Cool.
Jimmy Graham,
so let's talk about Kenny Galladay.
Kenny G.
Kenny
G.
Galladay, yep. Lions don't. I mean, the Lions could
Excuse
have gotten rid of enough money to afford him, but he's 27. Doesn't fit their rebuild. Turned down more money last year, so did he even want to stay here?
No, yeah.
I don't know. You're gonna get a 3rd round pick for him next year through the comp picks, so is what it is. I hope he finds success somewhere else. I mean, he just came off a year where he only played 4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
And he was injured for the rest, so yeah,
Granted, when he was healthy, he was really good.
right. But
I mean,
he
he's
made no real sense for the Lions to keep him. It sucks that you're losing such a good player you drafted, but is what it is. And they didn't tag Aquaro either.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it's probably the smart move.
Another smart move. Just they need more bodies, and they can't spend so much on one player.
Yeah.
Although they have released some players, I think since our last podcast out, they renegotiated Jamie Collins' deal, and today they released Justin Coleman and Jesse James.
Yep.
Both, all those decisions make sense.
Desmond Trufant has also been cut. Who did they overall?
Hmm?
Oh, is it overall? I'm trying to think who they've cut so far.
Well, just the guys I mentioned and
Yeah.
Trufant.
Christian Jones too.
Oh yeah, and Christian Jones.
Yep. Almost forgot about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lions are gonna be bad.
Right.
It's gonna be rough. That's what I wanted to say something about Kenny Galladay. I finally got my. Well, I'm not saying it's my own Twitter, but I have a Twitter that I follow. I don't use on the three idiots.
You did today for Duke.
I did for today. I had to go off. Sorry.
You're blaming some poor little walk-on.
It's like Illinois. It's like Illinois. It's like Illinois blaming Michigan for winning the Big Ten.
It was
Or blaming Sissoko for breaking what's his name's nose.
Desunmu.
Gabo Outlaw. Yeah,
Ayo. Bagabga.
really, that was the guy's name.
The bad guy in Doctor Strange. Dormammu.
Yeah, I saw a rumor. It's a rumor. Just some fans, Ram fans, said
Don't have the money.
don't have the money. Yes, but Kenny G could go play for the Rams on a 1-year deal, 2-year deal, something like that. Bring him here. Let him play with Matthew Stafford again.
Don't have the money.
Right, they don't have the money for it.
What's more likely to happen? It's Marvin Jones going to the Rams.
I wouldn't be. You wouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
It
surprised at
makes
all.
no sense, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
you
be surprised.
can get Marvin's 31. You can get him on a probably 2-3 year deal.
I think Matt would love that.
I mean,
L.A.
you don't really have a downfield guy, so
Yeah, he could be that guy. Yeah,
but yeah.
I hope Marvin goes somewhere
I
and
don't
enjoys
know.
himself though. I mean Kenny G. Excuse me. I hope Kenny
G
Marvin
is
as well.
more
But
than likely going to end up. Now
He's going to be a Jet.
Now you know where he'd be interesting on a team that has a lot of cap space and needs a receiver.
Jacksonville?
No, the Colts.
would you throw Allen
adding-
Robinson type money at him?
I'd give him more. He's younger. I think he's better. He's bigger and he's faster. So you sit there and you say, all right, we're the Colts. Let's say we don't want to commit a ton of money long term. You call Kenny's agent and say, hey, we're going to give you $20 million a year on a 3-year deal. It's short term. It doesn't affect them that long. So their Super Bowl window stays open if they have to let him go or re-sign him.
Yeah.
Kenny G wins because he's probably going to be the second highest paid receiver in the league now. I think the only one higher is DeAndre Hopkins, who just signed, like 23 or 24 million a year.
Yeah.
So that's a win-win for both sides. I think if I'm the Colts, I am going after Kenny Galladay. There's no downside to it. I mean, obviously health is a concern, but you think in a year where the Lions were absolute garbage, he was really rushing to get back. He probably could have played in a couple of those weeks at the end of the season if they were like a playoff team, but because they were bad, I'm pretty sure he probably was like, yeah, I'm not going to play. I mean, and that too, and then the injury doesn't help. So, I mean, if he doesn't feel he can play, then he shouldn't have played. But yeah, I'd go pay big bucks.
That would help. That would help
yeah.
Carson Wentz. And Jets, though, Jay? You said the Jets?
The Jets just because they love the big splashy free agent signing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The broken
Le'Veon
players. Yeah.
I think the Jets though already have enough at receiver.
Oh, that looked clean.
I thought it was a block too, because the Jets have they just drafted what's his name from Baylor, the young guy,
Denzel Mims.
Denzel Mims.
That was clean.
That's all ball.
They still have one of the best slot receivers in Jamison Crowder on their team, and they have Brashad Perriman, who they believe can still be a good receiver.
Yeah.
I think in the right situation, because when I watched that game against New England on Monday night, he is a decent downfield threat if you have two other guys to distract.
Well, what bigger distraction are you going to get besides Kenny Galladay?
Also true. I just don't know if
Not named DeAndre Hopkins.
I know the Jets have a lot of cap and they have a lot of draft picks, so I think they would probably rather go draft somebody and then use your money on defense.
I don't know. I mean, how far away, really, are they from fighting for a wild card? Because outside of Buffalo, that division is just
Honestly,
Stupid.
like if you look at the
Stupid.
talent on the team, like their offensive line isn't terrible.
right.
It's pretty much just the
You
defense
were
and the
building that
quarterback.
last year.
Yeah.
You need
Stick with Sam Darnold. You've got if you sign Kenny Galladay, you've got 4 more than serviceable receivers.
Yep.
Don't really
And
know what you
draft
have at a
defense.
run game.
Draft
They
defense.
need a running back really bad.
Yeah, and then you just go defense.
Yeah, draft
You can
defense.
pick up a running back like maybe Travis Etienne in the second round.
You're feeling froggy, use your second first round pick to reach for like Najee Harris.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the Jets, man, if they get their crap together and they know what they and the new management knows what their new coaching staff, I should say, because it's the same GM.
Somebody, I saw this on Twitter. I don't remember what scout it was. Etienne's numbers his pro day numbers lines up a lot like Jamal Charles's
Oh,
combine numbers.
Interesting.
Like
Okay.
they were very similar.
We all remember Jamal Charles. He was a beast, dude. Oh, well. I hate North Carolina, bro. I'm just
Same.
going to stop there, right there, and stop you right there and say I hate them.
Well,
Hey,
you know,
no,
if Virginia
isn't that
Tech,
what-
Burning
if
passion.
Virginia Tech, you know, would make some open layups
And
they
not
wouldn't
let
be
their,
down by
not
6.
let their pockets get picked.
Game of the podcast this week is the North Carolina Tar Heels against the Vatech.
We're switching around.
And we're switching around
Let's
here,
see
but
if Penn State's still killing Wisconsin.
so that's our game of the week we're watching there at that time. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Free agency is before the draft.
Right. Free agency is
Is
next
week?
Wednesday.
Next
the
Wednesday.
17th,
Okay.
17th.
Yeah, and so we're gonna do a podcast recording that night. So stuff should be going down.
Yes, a lot of the big
Shit's
names
going
should
down.
probably be signed.
Correct.
Yep.
So we should see some stuff here, and we'll talk about it. So, yeah, I mean, good for these guys. These guys are like Kenny G is gonna make a payday. I mean,
Shaquille Barrett's gonna get paid.
yeah,
For sure is going to
holy
get paid.
crap!
Mhm.
I'm surprised.
We'll see where Aaron Jones ends up going.
I think he'll stay home with Packers. I think they're gonna give him a
If they,
deal.
well, no, because they could franchise him.
They can't.
Well, they
It's already
couldn't?
over.
They
They
could
didn't.
have.
They wanted
No,
to give him.
no, that's what I mean. They could have franchised
they could
him.
have. Yeah.
So,
So,
if they really didn't want him to leave, they would have franchised him. So I think he's gone.
he said, "Wait. What I read here, I
Or no, that was the linebacker. That
I
was
read
Darius
that
Smith.
they didn't franchise tag him because they want to work a deal out with him.
Okay, that's cool, but some team's gonna pay him more money.
And you
Right.
don't think a guy who's 27, 28 years old, you're probably entering the
20 plus
second
touchdowns.
You're entering the second half of your NFL career. You're
The
going to go
last
chase
time
that
you're
bag.
gonna get big money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially at a running back position that doesn't pay a ton.
Yeah. I don't know. I think winning. I don't know. No, I don't. Just kidding.
I mean, I think if winning trumped everything, I think JJ would have went to the Packers too,
Right.
Facts.
I mean,
Great facts.
oh,
or the Browns.
Aaron Rodgers had an MVP year and he didn't make the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't see the Packers making the Super Bowl in the foreseeable future.
You
No.
don't think so?
No, I don't think it's gonna happen for them.
The defense would have to be way more locked down.
Yep. You got Tampa Bay's defense. You've got an incredibly improved Rams just by the fact you have Stafford.
Yep.
You've got, if Dallas can ever figure it out, which is highly unlikely. And then you've got the murder division of everybody else who aren't the Rams in the NFC West.
Yeah, right. That division is crazy. Speaking of
Division
Dallas,
of doom.
speaking of Dallas, congratulations to Dak Prescott.
Way
Got the
overpaid.
bag.
Hated that move for Dallas.
Yeah, like Spencer, you said it. You said
Yeah.
it right. You said, congratulations to Dak, but bad
No,
move
I'm
on
all
Dallas.
about I'm very much a players guy. I don't side with management very often. That's how it is in most jobs. But
Right.
if you're a player and you're financially taking advantage of a billionaire, I'm all cool with it. Get your money, boy. Get paid your money.
I think this was 100% of Jerry Jones getting too close to a player.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
He never
because
really. He doesn't really do
They
that.
started last year at negotiations and they were like, all right, 30 million. And then all of a sudden it was like, no, Dak wants 40. And I think and then Jerry came out and the whole time, and the media is like, man, Jerry's got leverage. Jerry's got the leverage. And then Jerry came out and says, Dak's got all the leverage here.
And then Dak gets hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally blows his ankle off.
Right. Every time they show that play, they have to blur it out. It
Yeah,
was that
because
bad.
it's bad. It's a graphic injury.
Yeah.
But I mean, terrible move for Dallas. It moves them even farther into salary cap hell. You have no cap to spend on
I
anybody.
love to see it because I hate the Cowboys.
Same. You have no money to spend in free agency, so you're gonna have to free up cap space if you want to sign anybody.
Right.
They really need a tight end. They really need
Center,
yeah.
They need
Well,
offensive
didn't they
line.
draft a kid last year?
maybe, I don't remember.
Yeah, they did. The kid from Wisconsin, Beata something.
I don't know.
It was Beata. I don't remember, but they drafted him. He played a little bit. They need an offensive lineman. They need another D lineman. They need a corner really bad. They need a safety.
Yeah.
Defense. Linebackers who don't get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Smith was healthy last year, but just wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And I think partially that was because Leighton Vander Esch was out all year. So
Yeah, he got hurt in the beginning of the year. That didn't help.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they
I mean,
need a lot of help, man.
like I said, happy for Dak because he got his money, and I hate Jerry Jones because he looks like a lizard human. And am I wrong?
No.
Like
No.
those eyes.
This is the type of deal, especially if Dak gets hurt again,
Mhm.
where this is going to punish them for maybe a decade.
Yep.
Yeah, that could.
With Philly, well, we don't really know what's going on in Philadelphia. The Giants seem to rebuild actually pretty decent, and the Redskins, they're getting better.
Yeah.
You want to know the
Looks
problem?
like they got a solid plan, especially with
Yep.
Ron Rivera.
I still hate their owner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone really likes their owner, but Dallas, if you don't win something big in the next 2 years, this is going to come back to bite you in the ass hard.
6 years, 5 years.
I
What
thought
was
it
it again?
It was a
Four.
Was it
4-year,
four?
$160 million deal.
140 mil guaranteed.
Yep. So Dak, and did you hear what Jerry said at the press conference?
No.
He's like, if there was ever a man that I'd be happy financially took advantage of me, it's this guy to my right.
Yep, like I said, Jerry got too attached to a player.
It's a Tom Gore's Andre Drummond situation.
Yep.
Because
That's a perfect comparison.
I mean, it's smart on the player's part to be like best friends with the owner, because then he's
duh.
well, I'm not just losing my player, I'm losing a brother. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm doing a
Shut up,
I'm
he's your employee.
like he's your employee. Like you can be nice to your employees, but it's really hard to be best
And
friends with
that's
your
the
employee.
problem. He's the quarterback.
Yeah, he's the quarterback.
He's the
Well,
quarterback.
and I mean that too, and the fact that someone else out there would have paid him 40 on the market,
no, you don't think so,
I
Jay?
don't think so.
close to it.
Who could afford that?
I mean, the
though?
market was going to say, all right, you're a free agent. He's probably going to get at least 36, 37.
Yeah, but he
Colts
wasn't
coulda
getting
done
40. The only one that could afford it, who would need him, would be the Colts.
The Colts, yeah.
Man, you imagine the Colts. Oof. Okay.
But they found their answer in Carson Wentz, though.
Well, and I think it was another thing, too, where you knew Dallas wasn't going to let Dak hit free agency.
Exactly.
You
exactly.
knew that because they basically said the day they hit the deal, they weren't close when they started. But then they said that Stephen Jones ramped up the negotiations. And by ramped up, I'm thinking it was more of, we got to get this shit signed by the end of the night or by tomorrow, or else Dak's going to be a free agent. And then do you really want to take the chance of trying to work a deal out with him, or having some other team come in and be like, yo, here's $41 million. Here's $40 million a year.
Yeah.
So I just don't see another team doing it.
I'm
the
trying to
Colts
think.
already
who-
had their quarterback.
Yeah.
They already gave up like second round picks for him. And who else who needs a quarterback can afford him? Chicago can't.
No, Chicago can't.
Houston definitely can't.
Right.
I mean, I think
No,
if
like-
Jacksonville's going with Trevor Lawrence number 1.
Right.
Denver can't.
Nope.
I mean, honestly, I think if you want a player bad enough,
They're in Cap Hill.
you'll take it and you'll go over the cap for a second and then adjust it.
You will, but I
Unless
think
you're a
Jerry
team
Jones
that
thought he
isn't-
was in a position that he really wasn't in. He could have waited.
Yeah,
He could have sent Dak like $35 million. No team would have topped it.
Yeah, that's true.
They can't. Indy already spent the picks for Wentz, and no
Yep.
other team could afford that much. Or
Yeah.
probably, unless they destroyed their team, to cut enough or trade away enough money to sign a contract that's even close to $35 million a season.
And I don't think anybody could do it. Yeah.
No.
You might have
Jerry
let
Jones
him
screwed
go
himself.
and let him
Yeah.
go and say, go ahead, see if anybody matches that, and you know for a fact that nobody can match
So
that.
I guess good on you for getting paid, but it's probably the stupidest stupidest decision I've seen this offseason.
Yeah, that does
also
suck.
one that we saw coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think any like knowledgeable NFL fan is going to tell you that Jerry wasn't letting Dak walk.
No.
So, and Dak's always been, I grew up a Cowboys fan. I've always wanted to be a Cowboy for life. So it's like, whatever. Okay.
You're definitely not going anywhere.
No, you're not leaving.
Yeah. Yeah. So good for you, Dak. Got that bag.
Get that
Cool.
bag.
Come back. Hopefully, you come back healthy. You know.
Toss me some of that bag.
3
I hope you never win a game.
Okay.
The
Jay for the throat.
The feelings of Jay are not the feelings of the entire Three Idiots Talk Sports teams.
I don't like the Cowboys either, but I do like
everybody,
Dak.
all my homies hate the
No.
Cowboys.
Don't like Dak either. I
No,
mean,
man.
it's good on him for getting paid. Seriously,
Yeah,
you took your boss for a ride, and that's awesome.
yeah.
Congrats on you getting paid, but I hope you never win a game.
It's not you, it's your team.
Yeah.
I don't
Your
like Dak
owner.
either.
No?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm more of the it's not you, it's the team too.
I mean, I hate the Cowboys.
actually, it's not you, it's the owner.
Mostly the owner.
Yeah, the owner is a douchebag, dumbass.
nah, America's team is.
That's the point.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the point where it takes you.
America's team is the Browns.
Got it.
Everybody.
Oh, the Browns let go the D end
Adrian
saw-
Claiborne.
Claiborne.
Yeah.
For the Lions, throw some money at him.
I mean, he only cost $3 million for the Browns, so if you want to sign him to a $2-3 million contract, sure.
He had a good year. I mean,
He's kind of a guy that's not going to play into your plans when you're going to be good in like 3-4 years. So.
yeah. So why not just fill the roster spots? Who else? What did I saw something else on NFL.
This wasn't like mentioned by any NFL guy, but some Detroit people who said it would make sense would be the Lions to bring in linebacker Denzel Perryman,
I like
who
it.
played with
I like that.
Anthony Lynn in L.A. with the Chargers.
I do like that. I wouldn't be mad at that idea.
He's a little older, but I mean, you need bodies at linebacker because right now you've got Jeremy Collins and Vitae.
And Collins is like what, 32?
Yeah.
He's getting
So,
up there.
yeah,
They,
you got
but they just
nobody.
restructured his deal and saved $6 million.
Yeah.
Are they just saving money for a future, or are they
No,
going to
it's
try to
for
go get
this
somebody?
offseason.
For
Okay.
this year.
They're going to get players because they have to get players.
Right. They let go
Your
of
team
so many.
sucks.
Yeah.
Gonna have to convince somebody to come in here.
Yeah. That was my next. What's the convincing? I guess
Well,
what's your
let's say-
convincing the future?
I mean, the safety for the Rams is gone because the
Yeah.
Rams can't afford him, and he loves Brad Holmes because that's who picked him. So I think he's the most popular player or most odds-on favorite player the Lions are going to pick up in free agency,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
which you need help in safety anyway, so it's a good
Right.
fit. I mean, you still need another receiver. You need linebackers. You need some defensive line, but they might go more in the draft of that.
Yeah. That.
You need players.
Right. We need bodies, man.
Literally. I mean, but you know.
I mean, if the Lions are planning on going receiver at 7 or trading down, they probably won't spend a lot on another receiver. It's pretty telling. It'll be telling what they do leading up to the draft to see where they're going.
Yeah.
Like, Tyrell Williams is probably about the most they're going to spend on
If
receivers.
they're not picking up another receiver, that I would assume that means they're picking one up pretty early in the draft, one in the first 3 rounds.
I think they're going to sign at least two on the market.
Then I don't think I think
'cause
they'll wait
Amendola's
later
gone.
to pick one then.
But I mean, like, I think they'll probably sign somebody else who's decent. But I think the second guy would probably be like a really cheap, like $1-2 million deal. So, and like with no like penalties against you, so you could cut him and just save all $2 million before the season starts.
Right.
I think it'd be a guy like that, like not like a Danny Amendola, because he made like $4 million a year, didn't he?
But like
So-
a Geronimo Allison who never played.
Yeah, and he's still on the roster too.
Technically, yes.
Yep. So
He's on a 2-year.
yeah, 2-year deal.
We got him
Well,
for one more.
No, I think it was just a 1-year deal, but
Oh.
since he sat out, it didn't count. It didn't count towards his contract because of the COVID year.
Yeah.
Ah.
So they have him for another year, and then
I do like
that's
him.
kind of, and he can be a prove it guy because he never really got a chance in Green Bay.
Right?
No,
And,
there's so many bodies there.
Cephas looked good. The time he got in Detroit, Cephas
Yeah.
looked good.
Yeah, he did.
Obviously, you probably don't. If you're Jared Goff, you probably don't want to bank on throwing to Quintez Cephas and Terrell Williams, but
Right.
yeah.
True.
And that's
and
another
maybe Geronimo Allison.
that's another observation a lot of people were making. They're like, it doesn't really seem like they're trying to help Goff prove his case, and they're like,
Well, you
It's
can't
not-
really sign anybody yet.
yeah, and it's like that, and then somebody else said it's not gonna be Goff's job more than likely in a couple of years. So
I mean, he's got 2 years to prove it.
yeah,
If it doesn't happen in the 2 years, he's gonna get cut.
Jay, they're at 10 goals. You think the 11 over hits?
Holy shit! No, because the game's ended.
Oh, it just ended. Shit, never mind.
Oof, that stinks.
Take that out.
Yeah. Personally, I don't see them go 7 or go receiver at 7.
If Jamar Chase is there at 7, they better be going receiver at 7.
Yeah.
And it better
But
be
he's
Jamar
not-
Chase.
He could fall.
I don't think he gets past 6 at most because
Could fall.
Who's 6?
Eagles.
Oh,
You don't think they take quarterback?
I
No,
think
I think
they
they're-
better grab a wide receiver.
yeah, to help what hurts.
Yeah, because
I think
Alshon
that-
Jeffrey's about done.
I think they
He's
roll with
gone.
Hurts because their receiver are nothing.
Yeah.
You cut Deshaun Jackson. Who is the guy? The Travis Fulgham is up and coming.
Who got super cold at the end of the year after
He did.
exploding.
Yeah,
After
he did.
they
You've
figured
got,
him out.
You got the rookie from TCU.
yeah, you've got what's his name? Aguilar. No, not Aguilar.
That's not Jeffrey.
No, the rookie from TCU.
Oh,
What's his name?
I've got him in our Madden League. I don't remember. The guy they picked over Justin Jefferson.
that guy.
That guy from TCU.
Yeah.
Um,
Big dude. He's huge.
What is his
No,
name?
Wasn't he big?
I think he's a little smaller.
Philadelphia Eagles wide receivers.
Yeah, I thought he was a big dude, kind of.
No, Justin Jefferson was bigger than him, I
One
think.
sec. These are the listed wide receivers for the Eagles.
Jalen Rager.
Jalen Rager.
Oh, I like him. Well,
Yeah.
cool.
You wouldn't be in this position if you would have drafted smart and didn't take the off-the-wall pick. Just saying, Philly.
True. That's the Philly way.
I was gonna say earlier and I forgot. You know how you said I don't know what the problem in Philly is? I do.
What?
It's their general manager, Howie Roseman.
You not a fan of him?
No, no one is. Apparently, he's a huge egotistical asshat, and if you go against him, he fucking hates you.
Like firing a Super Bowl winning head coach?
Yes, exactly. Honestly, I'm happy for Doug Peterson. He can take a year off and go get another job somewhere that probably is going to
I'd love to
appreciate
see
him.
him as a college head coach.
That'd be pretty cool.
I wouldn't mind that.
And then work his way back to the NFL.
I mean, I think I think in his situation, he'd have the opportunity to come back no matter what.
I mean, yeah, probably. I don't know what teams will need a coach next year, but I think it'd be really interesting to see him in college.
Yeah, I think it would too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's the problem. Their GM is super egotistical. Their owner is like very demanding because they want to win so bad. And the people of Philadelphia are,
The fans are
Assholes.
pushing.
they're aliens. So not of this kind.
You think that the owners like that because of the fans have been
No, I don't know.
so far up your ass trying to push this
No,
hard.
I just think it's that you want to win.
Mhm.
And then you won a Super Bowl and you got a taste of it. So now you're probably even more like
In a
apt to win
in
it
a division that's wide open every year.
every single
That's
year.
True.
Because, the football team decides they're going to make the playoffs. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
With Alex Smith.
With Alex Smith, yeah.
And you cut your first round pick from 2 years ago.
Well, I mean, the Tennessee Titans just traded away their first round pick from
Yeah,
last year
That
for
was
a seventh round pick swap.
that was a whole situation in itself. Vatek
Yeah.
got to get some stops.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
Cash. Rebound? No. Just want to make me lose money.
Right.
Poor Spencer and Jay losing money over here.
They're literally losing on purpose because they know we put money on it.
They know. They go, those guys in
You know,
Flint,
I
Michigan.
say that jokingly, but that's literally how I feel half the time. Like when a team loses, and I'm like, "Do you hate me?" Especially if it's something like, "Oh, they're minus 15. They should blow the team up by 20, and then they end up winning by 13 points." And I'm like, "Dude."
That's just the universe telling you to stop.
Or a Rutgers player hits a meaningless bank-in 3 against Michigan to lose me $160.
I was against State, right? Oh, no, I was against Michigan?
No, it was against Rutgers.
Oh, yeah, Michigan versus Rutgers. The second game they came back.
Man.
What was that possession?
Just awful offense.
Yeah. All right. Got any questions or any more football things we need to talk about?
I had one question. It was from a friend of the podcast. He asked me,
He'd say he's just a friend. Oh,
"Hey,
baby,
you
got
got
what I need.
and you say
just a friend. And you say he's just a friend. We're gonna keep our day jobs.
He asked, it was college basketball. Should have asked this a while ago. Who are you most excited for in the NCAA tournament other than our favorite team?
I was going to say, obvious, other than Michigan, because that's the team I really only care about.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot of madness.
Yeah, it's huge.
I think the team I'll be wanting to watch the most is Oklahoma State, just because of Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
Future Piston.
Future
Hopefully.
Piston,
Hopefully.
and dude's just uber talented.
Monster.
So that's awesome. I don't really give a shit about too many other teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see the Cinderella story, or like maybe Toledo makes a run. Toledo's not a bad team. They could put an upset in the first round. I want to watch Gonzaga get beat before the finals.
Same.
I want to see this before the finals. Illinois.
That too.
Illinois.
The fans are delusional.
Yes. Teams I want to watch in the tournament, or I'm excited to watch during the tournament. Spencer said it last podcast. BYU's interesting.
Yeah. They got a good team.
I like Oklahoma, watching Oklahoma. Kind of want to see what the other Big Ten teams do in the tournament too. Very
Ohio
interested to
State.
see what Ohio State does, because they're crazy offense, but have been ice cold, not offensively, but just closing out games recently.
Yeah.
I want to see what Iowa does. Wisconsin.
I think Wisconsin's a fluke. I think they'll get beat.
I want to see what those teams do.
Yeah.
And always the smaller teams people like watching.
Live up to the hype of being the best conference in the league too.
San Diego State, they were
Yep.
for a while they were projected on the 2 seed. But I think does the latest ranking have
They're
them
number
number 3?
They're number 19, so they'd be a 4.
Yeah, 4 seed, they could make a lot of noise. I would not be surprised if they were an Elite 8 team, depending on where they line up in the bracket.
You think North Carolina?
I don't think they'll do too much. They might win a game or two.
They'll make it, but they're going to be like probably a 6 or 7 seed. I don't think they'll do a whole lot. Teams I'm excited to watch.
I know you talked about Loyola.
I was going to say Loyola, Chicago for sure. Drake if they get in, just because I've kind of been on the bandwagon all year.
Yeah.
Baylor's fun to watch.
Yeah, pretty fun
Baylor,
to
I told
watch.
Jay at the gym, I said Baylor right now, I think what I'm leaning toward taking to take the national title, because the main thing is they're athletic, play good defense, and they have 4 different guys that shoot 40% or plus from 3.
Whew.
So I mean,
They'll win your ball games right there.
when you've got 4 snipers, yeah, like you're gonna have opportunities to beat teams. Gonzaga, you never really know if Gonzaga's real or not until they either get to the Final Four or they don't, because they've had so many of these. Oh, we're a 1 seed, but we lost in the second round to Northern Illinois or some shit. So
Yeah. That my team would probably be most excited to watch is going to be a team from the Big East. Any team from the Big East, I think, that make it. I think there's gonna be 4. I think.
what? Villanova,
Creighton. Oh no, Xavier lost their chances. I think the Big East. Anybody that makes
UConn's probably gonna make it.
yeah, anybody from the Big East, I think they're fun to watch, and they have those guys playing each other in the tournament this year, or watching them play in the Big East tournament. Like these guys,
Jay, they're not gonna lose by 4 or less.
No, they're not.
and they were fun to watch. I want a Cinderella story. I want one. I want to see Loyola Chicago get go out and win and get to like the Sweet 16, Elite 8 again.
So
Final Four.
I remember
So,
that game.
It's gonna be exciting to see.
So the Big East is going to get Villanova, Creighton, and UConn, and I don't think anybody else is getting in.
Yeah, because Xavier lost. I don't think they're gonna.
Xavier
That was
loss
their 4.
killed them because they lost to a team that was way worse than them.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a quad 1 loss. It's like a
Right.
bottom tier quad 3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So that was they had 4 at the time of this week starting, and then Xavier got beat, so they'll be out. So you have the 3. UConn UConn's been playing really well as of late. I don't know why, but I've been watching a lot of Big East basketball.
Because they're on Fox. Because they're always on Fox.
Yeah, so it's easier to turn on the TV and watch that. So I don't have to like do illegal downloads of videos, watching the games and stuff.
Google's Reddit live stream.
Yeah, I've been using that a lot to watch the ACC Network games.
So, what do we think of the tournament chances? Obviously, they're in, and we've mentioned it before. But how well will the Michigan State Spartans, presented by Rocket Mortgage, do in the tournament?
Presented by Rocket Mortgage.
First round.
First, it depends on. I'm not going to say whether they win or lose a game in the tournament. I want to see who they play.
You know what? Screw it. They lose in the first round.
I mean, that's what I hope too. But I'm looking at this. I look at their team, and obviously they found ways to win big games. So there's something about a team being coached by a guy who's done this a billion times. Mm-hmm. They're obviously well coached. They're just not one of the more talented groups.
Right.
They still play really good defense, and when they actually get point guard play from Rocket Watts, they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, Rocket Watts is a good ball player, man.
Also got a sick name.
Play. Yeah, I do like the Rocket. But yeah, so I think that will that'll wrap us up for this podcast. Thank you. Actually, thank you for a 1-year anniversary. This is our 50th episode.
Oh, there we go. Wisconsin turned it around.
50th episode. So next episode will be season 2. Season 2, episode 1 / episode 51.
And when did the bloopers
are coming out with this episode as well. This is gonna be a number 50.
You have a lot of editing to do tomorrow.
Tomorrow is gonna be my editing day. Yeah. So
Dip's like in the back of his head, I'm gonna have to hire an editor.
Oh man, maybe one day.
Smart money on North Carolina tomorrow.
Who are they playing?
Florida State. They said North Carolina's won both matchups this year.
That's a good money bet right there.
Smart money.
Yeah.
Too bad this podcast doesn't drop till after that game.
Right.
So yeah. So
and 1J, we're getting it down.
Thank you for listening. We thank you all of our fans. We love you guys.
We really do.
We do.
Yes. Agreed.
There's only like a few of you. We enjoy you watching us every day, every week. So go ahead. What?
Well, we can just have you cut this out if you don't want to announce it this time. But so this is up to Dip if he's gonna leave it in or not. But we have at least one guest lined up for a future podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna sit in the big chair.
We'll be the guest chair,
the big boy chair,
the king chair,
guest chair. Yeah.
So we've got one guest lined up. We'll be talking to him a little bit down the road.
Yes,
but watch out for that.
And that will be season 2, first guest speaker of our show,
and possibly a second guest speaker,
And if you want to come on this show, either just to fight with us or talk about sports, you know where to find us.
My basement.
I was going to say on Facebook. Follow Twitter. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Instagram.
Let us know in there. Please don't stalk Spencer's house.
They don't know my address.
We've made it though. If we get stalkers though,
that's true.
No,
is it a stalker if you let it happen?
Yeah, look, I'm excited for this future stuff coming out, man.
A lot of things to be excited for sure.
Yeah, so you'll see 2 episodes posted on this week. It will be episode 50, which will be this, and the bloopers will be labeled episode 50.5.
The bloopers are going to be labeled Spencer being super
It's just going to be
stupid.
Spencer's show.
Just me talking about stupid stuff.
The Spencer Show, 3 Idiots Talk Sports, number 50.5.
Yep.
So we'll see you next time. Go to lifefields.com. 3 idiots. Use the code Timberson off over $100. And I'll see you next time.